my southern folk. Y'all want some more singing? All right, let's mix it up. We'll sing and we'll watch some videos. Let's. All of y'all are gonna come with me on a trip down to Florida. Does this have music in it? It does. So this is. I wish I could play a lot of videos like this without the music playing, but. So welcome to Orlando in 1994, Florida vacation. Y'all coming with us? Let's come down. We're gonna go on an e-vacation. A lot of y'all can't make it in person, so come on an e-vacation. So let's see what we got going down in Florida. I'm gonna tell you how accurate it is. So the rail, this is probably the Disney rail, right? I think Orlando is looking a little rougher than that these days. When we went to Orlando, it was trashier than it looks in 1994. So I don't know if you want to come right now, but there is a lot of nice places in Florida. I do not recommend necessarily Orlando. I mean, you got, New World Order Central with Disney there. A lot of weird mind control, creepy stuff going on at Disney. Sailboats. I don't know about sailboats. Do y'all want to go sailing? Sailing's not that much fun. Has anybody gone sailing? I remember my dad was in the Navy. He took me out on the sailboat, as they called it, the USS Bagley, which is now decommissioned, probably because they just realized that sailing sucks. They were like, we're on a giant gray ass boat made of metal, just a big chunk of metal, and we're getting seasick, and it's not much fun out here. Let's just decommission this damn thing. Shit sucks. And they were working on, lasers and shit on the ocean. And who's going to fight a laser battle on the ocean? You know what I'm saying? Come on. My dad was working on the R2-D2 gun on the boat. And he gets furious if you call it a boat, by the way. It's a ship. It's a ship. Is there a real difference between a boat and a ship? I mean, maybe there is, but who cares, dude? It's not called comic books. They are called graphic novels. It is not called a ship. It's not called a boat. It's called a ship. But I'll show you the gun. I don't know how we get on this weird topic. So this was what my dad worked on. The sea wheels. The sea wheels. This is the Navy's deadly autocannon. So you see, they called it R2-D2 because it looks like R2-D2, right? So basically, it's that little R2-D2 thing there. It fires like some ridiculous amounts of bullets a second. Watch this thing. Ready? Anyway, my dad would be up in that thing. My dad's in that little thing with a little remote control going. Brr, brr, brr. I'm just joking. There's no little man. My dad is a Willow. My dad is a midget. He's Willow. My dad is a little man that sits inside of that thing and goes. Brr, brr. So that's my dad. That's why I got a complex about being only 6'2" and not 6'6" like Tom. Not Tom Coombs. Tom Coombs was like 4 foot, dude. Like Sam High. Sam High's like 6'6". So anyway, no, we're not gonna go on the boat on our Florida vacation. Welcome everybody, y'all with me on the. Woo! Look at these babes. We got a creepy ass, skinny serial killer boomer with a couple moms. This matchup doesn't make sense. Maybe that's their dads or something. I mean, I'm not saying these are the hottest babes ever, but I mean, you got like a Skittles Jesuit serial killer priest with who's he's exuding HIV positivity over here with like some mid-tier not too bad looking aunts and sisters over here, aunts and they sister. I'm not buying this. That's some kind of setup. Now here's another boat over here. We got Lou Ferrigno little brother over here. We got Eric Estrada. We got a little Lou Ferrigno's cousin, Eric Estrada, right there with the muff haircut, and a couple of ants again. Then we got what dog is that? There's Air Bud up here. We got Air Bud. Shout out to Air Bud up there. Air Bud was a local celebrity in Orlando in the 90s, especially. Y'all remember Air Bud? Do you know a fact? Air Bud got drafted before Kobe back in the 90s. A few people know that. Let's see. Air Bud. Air Bud sounds like it sounds like some kind of something to do with weed culture. You know what I'm saying? Air Bud. Here's the original trailer popping out. Bowl cuts. Look at that. That's a sign of white. SUPREMACY, by the way. Air Bud is secret white. Look, it's all white people. Look at that. Woke. Look. Brushing his teeth. Doesn't he? I want to see him go into. Yes. Gets drafted. First round draft pick. Air Bud. Anyway. So there's Air Bud up there on the. He's like Leo. He's like, I'm the king of the world. I'm the king of the world. In the 90s, like I said, Air Bud was king of the world. Dude, he was getting more chicks than Leo in the early 90s. Few people know this. So that's why he's up there doing that Leo move. King of the world. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Welcome, everybody. We got a couple super chats. Welcome to Florida. Everybody's joining me on a Florida vacation. 1994. I forget what grade I was in. Maybe freshman? I'm like a freshman in high school. By the way, I took a trip down here, I think, in 1995. And we came right around to this area here, maybe. If this looks like Panama City. This doesn't look like Orlando. I don't know. Maybe it is Orlando. I'm not sure. But Orlando's in the middle, so it's not actually on the ocean. So this might not be Panama. I can't tell. That looks like it's on the water. Orlando does have a lot of water around it, though, like lakes and shh. Yeah, okay. Now we're not in Orlando no more. Hey, wait, you fading out? This is the visualizer for when you pass out. You had too much to drink in 1994. You got drunk with Air Bud over. You and Leo and Air Bud was getting drunk on the boat, not the ship. Or where are we going next? We got some. Look, that's Donald Trump's yacht over there on the right. What was the name of that yacht? Remember, Donald Trump he sold his Bonneville yacht to frickin' was that Daytona? Daytona's got pretty trashy. They're trying to actually fix up Daytona now. They're trying to do a little bit of gentrification on it. But I thought it was funny that when they had the ultimate 4-day 90s alt rock, butt rock band extravaganza a couple months ago, guess where they had it? You got it, Daytona. It was pretty crazy too, because it was like basically anybody in the 1990s that you would call a skank, it was every one of the skank bands was at Daytona a couple, maybe even 3 weeks ago. It's pretty wild. Yeah, that's right. So Trump sold that yacht to Adnan Khashoggi, and Whitney Webb says that Khashoggi used it for Jeff Stein McEffrey style filming operations for yacht parties. Lil Yachty. Welcome, everybody. If you want to support the stream, we're having fun today. We got a super chat from one in Lexi. I don't know what that means. $5. I remember that Crowley Thelemites were recruiting low-level intelligence nerds back when I was in the Air Force. These were role-playing game kids and weirdos like me. I think some of them who bought into it might have actually risen higher up in that world. Oh, interesting. I saw one of them, for example, on C-SPAN, and I thought, oh, I knew that guy. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It seems like I remember back when I was in Tennessee, and this is like in the 2000s. I remember driving to the local bookstore when there was still Borders. Remember Borders Books? And I would drive to Borders Books a lot, to a military town that was not too far from where I lived. And I was always seeing soldiers over in the occult metaphysics section buying Crowley books, witchcraft books, ritual magic books. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's probably a way to, like you said, recruit and look for people with certain proclivities and nerds who want powers. Oh, I can't get a chick, so I'm gonna get into ritual magic so I can get that ritual magic. Anyway, so where are we at now? Are we in Tampa? What is this? All these Florida cities look the same after a while. Little yachty, big yachty. Princess Cruises over here. Has anybody ever been on a cruise? I'm thinking about eventually doing a cruise, just because I've never done it. I don't. Is it shitty? I've heard it's fun, but then it was a boomer that told me that. Now, if this is Miami, you're not gonna see light-skinned, dark-skinned, light-skinned girls rollerblading in Miami, or what you're gonna see I'm just telling you the truth. You're gonna see a lot of Latinas. So if you're a single man looking for a Latina, then maybe Miami is where you need to be. Cause we was look, that there's a freaking Miami Sound Machine right there. There's Gloria Estefan's on the right over there with Selena Gomez. Not Selena Gomez. Other Selena. Look, it's Gloria Estefan's on the right and Selena on the left. Look at that. Just out. Not even concerned. Look, in the 90s, you could just see pop stars out rollerblading. Just nobody even cared. By the way, do you notice that it's not a bunch of fatties everywhere, too? So we go back to 1994 and people are like normal sized. This is, I don't know what this is. Boca Raton, Miami, could be either one. They need to alert me to where we are. On our little vacation. Welcome everybody down here to Florida on a vacation, hanging out. And so 1994 Florida to 2024 Florida doesn't look too much different, except for some of the cities are trashier and a lot more fatties. That's it. And if you go to Miami, you don't see like Miami Vice looking stuff going. You see a bunch of you just see Latinas everywhere. Shout out to my Latina princesses and queens out there. Slay queens. Get that stuff. Get that money, slay queens. Shout out. Okay, yeah, we know. Let's move on. Let's see some of the nightlife. Can we get some of the nightlife? No, I don't want to go on the speedboats. Everybody's always dying on speedboats. Now, that might be a little bit more fun, though, than a damn Navy boat going up and down, making your ass seasick, puking everywhere. Does not sound fun. By the way, I didn't see any fat people on the beach. You notice that? Let's see about the nightlife. Come on, what's going on at night? Where are we at? Miami now? Same place? This looks like about like a Florida nightlife. It's pretty accurate. Okay, yeah, we don't need to see the cruise line. Okay, what's going on? Yeah. Two white people walking. Racist. We don't know. Why would we think that two white people walk by the beach? Excuse me? No. Bigotry. Exposed. Let's see, what else? Yeah, this is pretty much what you see every day. Accurate. Look at that. Dude got capris on. Dude got capris. That's Matt. Looks like Matthew McConaughey over here with his capris. Right? But Matthew McConaughey's over here doing a damn footprints. He's like, I want to live out footprints poem in real life. All along, it was me carrying myself because I'm on God. Y'all ready for freedom? Freedom is about to come. Y'all ready for freedom? Y'all see that clip of him talking about freedom? Joseph sends $3 and says, thank you for your great content. I have a question. Have you heard of this before? Anti-NiceneChristianity.com. Are they schismatics or something? I have no idea, but it sounds like it's probably some nonsense. Extreme Birding, $5. If you're doing the 90s, do you remember the 90s show News Radio? I remember it, but I didn't watch it. And have you noticed that Matthew McConaughey kept the same aesthetic, which is that aesthetic, up to today? Because I saw him, you know what I'm saying, with the capri rolled up khakis and the white beach man shirt. And here he is doing a live reenactment of the Footprints poem. Y'all know the Footprints poem, right? It's like every evangelical grandma has the Footprints poem hanging up on the wall. But I saw, there's a clip. I got to pull it up. Let's just pull it up right now. I think I got it pulled up. Let's see. Y'all want to take let's take a little Matthew break here. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, here it is. Y'all check this out. My boy Matthew Mick over here. I'm a little disappointed because he asked for people to send him the best impressions. I think mine is pretty good. It was better than a lot of the ones he was playing, by the way. So, let's see are y'all ready for freedom? Are you ready? I'm about to send a freedom shock to your system.
To have freedom. What I mean by that? Freedom, calling audibles, hey, I'll wing it. It's all a good notion. But we need preparation to have that freedom. Find out the structure of the situation. Know the rules.
You're going to need some freedom. You're going to need some preparation, H, for the freedom that I'm bringing. I'm bringing a level of freedom that's going to be preparation, H level. You know what I'm saying? H for hello. H for hey.
Rules of the game before you go play it.
Yeah.
Now, if you
look, he's got that exact same beach style. I like it. I'm gonna give Matthew and Mick a 9 out of 10 on beach style drip. Okay.
prepare, you look at athletes, they prepare for the playbook, they prepare for the team next week.
Yes.
The more you prepare, the more when you are in the so-called game of life, you can call your own audible.
Did you see that? Did you see that when he turned that head? Did you see that ponytail exactly like what I had last week? Matthew, listen, man. I know where you're getting your drip. We all know. Because I had this exact same cool beach man, cool casual yet business beach man outfit on not too long ago. And I had the ponytail. So we all know where Matthew's getting his drip. Now, my prediction, this was 7 days ago. My prediction, Matthew will suddenly show up with something akin to this. And that's okay. Because look, it's a symbiotic relationship we got going here, right? I had a Nick Cage phase. It was a fun time. I've transitioned into Matthew Mick phase. And now I'm transitioning out of that because I got tired of the ponytail. It was too much Riz. It was too hot. It was too hot in a spiritual sense. It was too hot in a aesthetic sense. It was too hot in a temperature sense. It was triple hot. It was a dark trinity of hot. And so it had to go. But now I think Matthew is looking in my direction for style tips. And I think we all know that. And that's why you saw that ponytail look just like the ponytail I had.
You can improvise. You can riff.
Improvising, riffing, excuse me. He's talking about the freedom that I have and that I have exemplified. Icono Matt, $1. Will you do a review of the Kyle Need God Net debate? Guys, I mean, come on. Like, I'm not saying no, like I hate. It's just like, there doesn't need to be a review of every low tier like Baptist Protestant debate. Why? Well, I'm not dissing Kyle at all. I'm saying we have had so many atheist, Protestant, Roman Catholic, and Muslim debates that I'm just tired of it. Like from 2017 to that's 7 years of debates. I guarantee that there will never be a Protestant or Muslim argument. Maybe atheists too. They always say the same shit. I don't know, but Protestant, Muslim, atheist, Baptist, like you're not going to hear a new argument. Literally every argument is a regurgitation of an argument from Baptist or Calvinist or Reformed people from 20 years ago. And they're just regurgitating other Protestant arguments from 20 years before them. So, anyway, let's get back to our Florida vacation. We thank you, Matthew. We appreciate the drip. We know you're going to be going to this style next. Look for Matthew to be wearing some damn basil themed, looks like basil themed lounge coats. That's what I'm talking about. I went to the drip store and I said, "Hey, I like certain spices, not particular. Do not like the curry. Don't give me the curry jacket. Do not give me the curry." I said, "Give me the basil jacket. Give me the basil jacket, but I want it to be, you know, something that like Tony Clifton might wear, something that, I don't know, Dean Martin might wear, something Frankie Sinatra might wear." And they said, "I've got just the thing for you. I've got a basil themed lounge coat. Just the thing for the drip you're seeking." Shout out to everybody. Somebody said, "Looks maxing." You bet. Anyway, so look, but don't worry, we're gonna grow it the sides out a little more, and then we'll have we'll experiment with the Caesar. But anyway, welcome everybody to our Florida vacation. Appreciate that. Having a good time chatting, relax maxing, beach maxing, 1994 beach maxing. Shout out to all of the players and the player haters. Step on over here to this palm tree. Look, there's more white people walking. Racist. It's an ant over here with oh, there we go, cool dudes. Look at that, Tom Coon and 90s Nicole Kidman over here, just out walking around, just at the over here at the Sandals Resort. Okay, look, nobody's fat. Isn't that crazy? I saw like a slightly chunky wine ant with that little kid a minute ago. But you notice the 1994 beach. You can survey, nobody is even chunky. That's crazy. If you go to the beach now, you're like, I would say literally around here, probably 50 to 60% are overweight. Okay? Not overweight. Look at that. Not overweight. Look at that. Nobody's overweight. Like that dude in the background back there looking around lost. He's got a little bit of a beer gut. That's it. That's crazy. Not overweight. Not overweight. Nobody is overweight. There's one fat dude right there with sort of levels of breasts there. That's interesting. Interesting shapes. Humans have a lot of interesting shapes. But nobody else is massive. Like you go to the beach now, it's like, hey, get some blinders on at the beach. Parasailing, no, it looks stupid. I'm not doing that. Let's just drive around Miami now. Look for some, I don't know. Look for some drug lords or something. Is that what we do in Miami? The Doral. So look at that. In the 1980s or 90s, Your uncle's cigarettes was so popular that they could have a whole resort, just an uncle cigarette resort, Doral. You come down there basically just to smoke cigarettes and lay on the beach. If you send in enough cigarette wrappers, your uncle will take you down to Doral Resort. I mean, they had a Parliament Resort. They had a Doral Resort. If your aunts want to go, they go to a separate resort called Franzia Resort. Your wine aunts get a vacation. Look at them ugly ass buildings. Were they all designed by the frickin' Frankfurt School? Like, Florida contracted the entire Frankfurt School to design all of the disgusting Bauhaus buildings. Build a frickin' pretty resort. Come on now. Look at that. We got frickin' U.S. Marshals marching around on horses down here. You come down, you don't want to mess around down here. You get trampled by a U.S. Marshal on a damn. He's a damn Tonto down here is recruited to be the marshal. We mean business down here. What's up? Cameraman was trying to spit some game, and then this horse cop cock blocked him. horse cop blocked him. The cameraman was trying to spit game at this ant over here, and horse cop was like, "Nah, get out of here. This chick's mine." So he cop blocked her. Look, nobody's fat. No, look, nobody's fat in 1994. What the heck, dude? Everybody's freaking skinny too. Like a little too skinny. That dude's a little creepy over there. I don't know what this is. Southern Florida? Okay, so we're down by Miami now. There's a chunky kid. There's one chunky kid. That's it. Get out of the way, chunky kids. The heck is that ugly thing? That ain't fine art. Okay, yeah. It's showing the Chinese restaurant. We got Claire Huxtable over here. Look, Claire Huxtable's just out. We got a lot of famous, like in Florida, the famous people just don't even, because they just go hanging out. You got Claire Huxtable over here just squirting mustard. Don't give a damn. Just squirting mustard. Feeble Fobble Zeeble Zobble. Bill Cosby over there. Watch out for what's in the mustard, though. Right? Hey, Claire Huxtable. Watch out for what the special sauce that Dr. Huxtable might have put up in that mayonnaise. This is a basic rule of life. Don't take no mustard. Don't take no mustard from anybody. But don't take no mustard, especially from Dr. Huxtable. Can you believe how skinny everybody is? I can't believe it. By the way, if you want to support the show, support the stream. We're having fun today. People keep annoying me. Do another debate. Do another debate. Dude, I've done 7 years of damn debates for y'all people. And it's never enough. Where is everybody? There ain't nothing else to do today. What else is there better to do than to have me crooning about Tom Coonan? Tom Coonan. I'm Cooman and crooning for Tom Coonan. That sounds weird. I'm crooning for Tom Cooming. Look, even Claire Huxtable's polite enough to hand the salt to other people. She wasn't all stuck up as a celebrity. Look, skinny, skinny, skinny. Everybody's skinny. Too skinny. Shout out to them super chats. Appreciate that, you guys. Hanging out in Florida in 1990. Oh, now we going to a damn fancy dinner with a wine aunt. Got a cigarette in the restaurant? What? What's your uncle? What's your greasy ass uncle? What's up with Uncle's face? Look how greasy Uncle's face. Uncle, why you running? He must have, because I know what happened. He's out of breath because he's smoking Dorals. By the way, my uncle is like a mega Doral smoker. That's why I said that. My actual uncle is a mega Doral smoking man. Like my uncle could like, my uncle would blow his Doral smoke in the face of the cigarette smoking man. That's how much of a cigarette Doral man my uncle is. He would have owned that damn Doral Resort. Okay. And so when you're at the Doral Resort, Doral is probably the worst thing on your lungs. He got out of breath just walking to the restaurant down at the bottom of the resort. So his face is all greasy as hell. Look at that greasy ass uncle. Don't order fried food, Uncle Doral. Look at that racist. Got a Mexican waiter. Racist. Hispanic. That's racist. Chemtrailing. Look at that, all spitting out all them damn fumes. This is the Doral Resort again. When you look, the private plane of the Doral Resort, it looks like it's fueled by Doral smoke. Look at all that yellow nicotine ass smoke coming out of that private jet.
Oh, we gonna fly your ass to the Doral Resort. We gonna fly your ass down there, but this whole damn private plane runs on Doral tobacco.
And everybody at the Doral Resort talks like that with that diner waitress cigarette voice too, right?
You want some more Doral with that meat? Did you want the menthol steak, or did you want the smooth chicken flavor?
That's nicotine fumes, dude. That's at the Doral Resort where your uncle goes, and your aunt's over at the Franzia Resort. The Franzia Resort. Look, the whole thing is nicotine smoke colored. I feel like we're in the 70s now. Did we move from the night? Did we multiverse phase shift into the 1970s somehow to this ugly ass resort? Hell no, I'm going to that. Let's go to eat, y'all. I'm getting hungry. Y'all ready to eat? Look at we're back to the damn Doral Resort, exactly like I said. Look at that. Feminist Rapu says for $25, yeah, I'm wondering, have you ever played trading cards like
Magic the Gathering? Have you ever played trading cards like Magic the Gathering?
No, I have a wife and I had girlfriends. What does that tell you? I did, however, in the 1990s. Actually, right around this time. So while your uncle was down here at Doral Resort getting greasy ass menthol flavored steaks and chicken at the Doral Resort, in 1994, I was playing Dungeons and Dragons, probably literally at this exact moment. So, no. And this was before Gary Gygax and the D&D people had introduced them stupid ass figurines. So, what happened was in the 90s, nerdy people, like it was different. The whole society wasn't nerdy. It was only like an underground secret society club of nerds. Okay, and so in my freshman year, I was on the basketball team, so I kind of had like the potentiality for popularity, right? So I didn't want people really knowing that I did like to play Dungeons and Dragons. So we would kind of have like a secret underground D&D kind of thing. So it was me, another kind of popular dude, an 8th grade dude. This is my freshman. I was in 9th grade, right? And then this older dude who was like a 80s metalhead dude who was like 30, way older than us, Harry. And he was the dungeon master. Anyway, I have to say, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. The classic Dungeons and Dragons, where you have a dungeon master and the freaking 700-sided dice and all of that shit. That was fun. But then, like, it got weirder and weirder and creepier, and I remember going to, because it would overlap with comics, right? So I would go to the comic conventions with my buddy who was trying to be a comic book artist, who did eventually succeed in doing it. He became the Game of Thrones artist. Shout out to Tommy. But I noticed at that time when we go to the comic conventions in Chicago, that was when the Comic-Con was just getting big. They were getting bigger and bigger and bigger. more and more people, and they started bringing in the Prawn Stars, and the people's asses were stanking up the place so bad that they started telling the dorks, and it was mainly at that time the Magic the Gathering figurine dorks, because it turned into figurines, and then it became the cards. And they started stanking up the whole conventions, and they started asking them, please don't come to the Comic-Con unless you had a shower. Imagine having to request a shower for attendance. Mandatory. They was out there hosing down like a 1950s civil rights demonstration, hosing down fat stanky nerds before they came in the convention. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was like. Anyway, but I was walking next to that. There's a lot of funny stories. This is the story of where I got into the fight. Not a physical fight, an IQ, an emotional, an intelligence battle with the Beastmaster. I've told that story a million times, and I got to tell the Beastmaster story again. Have I told you not Ariana Grande, or Ariana or something else? So I was walking. We had to park at that one of the years we went, probably 2004 or 5, somewhere in there. 2004. And my buddy, who was about to get signed around this time, maybe a few years later. No, he wasn't signed yet. So we've been going to these conventions off and on since like 1995 or 6, right? I would drive up there with him, and I went just to have fun. I didn't care about comic books anymore. But I did like the fact that in the 90s and in the 2000s at the comic conventions, they would actually have people who, were in movies that you liked. Like, oh, I thought it'd be cool. Yeah, let's go meet Beastmaster. That's going to be fun, dude. Get a picture with Beastmaster. That sounds like fun. And then all of a sudden, the one year that we went, about 2004 or 5, they started bringing all the Prawn Stars, and I was walking. We had to park like a mile away from the convention. And so I'm walking next to this chick wearing a bunch of diamonds. And I'm like, who is this chick? And I started trying to talk to her. Nothing really happened. She kind of ignored me. And then my brother and my buddy Tommy, everybody's cracking up. And I'm like, what are y'all laughing at? They're like, that's the biggest Prawn Star in the world, dude. You trying to talk to the biggest Prawn Star. I was like, what? I'm like, what's she doing here? And then it turns out that was the year they brought all the Prawn Stars to the convention. And I'm like, this is a kids' convention. This is crazy. Why are y'all asking me crazy moral questions? Bro, I'm not here to answer your moral questions. Go ask. I'm so sick of people asking me the moral questions and like, what am I supposed to do about, I'm an 80-year-old man. Can I marry a 30-year-old Orthodox woman? Dude, I can't tell you that. Anyway. So I was over here trying to like talk to the biggest prawn store in the world. I didn't even know. That's a true story too, by the way. Anyway. Let's see what the night like. Let's go to y'all ready to eat in Florida? Look, not fat, not fat. Look at this ant over here looking like Tom Hanks. Look, look, ants over here looking like Tom Hanks. Ant Hanks. And you notice Tom Hanks in the 80s and 90s was always dressing up like a woman. Like, that's funny. Why did people I don't understand why people thought that Tom Hanks and Dustin Hoffman and like dressing up like women, it's not even funny. Tom Hanks is a woman. It's madcap comedy. It's off the charts. Sound like Randy Balls, but Randy Balls probably would like Tom Hanks dressed as a woman, like as if that's funny. We got Menudo. Y'all remember Menudo? Live Menudo. Come check it out down here in Florida. A lot of Puerto Ricans, Cubans down here. You can learn to do the salsa. Learn to do some of that Patrick Swayze dancing. Who in the audience wants to go Patrick Swayze dance? Not with me, but with Patrick Swayze and Menudo. Does anybody remember? People don't even know what Menudo is. There was a whole show of Tom Hanks and somebody else. Was it Dustin Hoffman? Or was it a movie? Tootsie, remember that? It's supposed to be funny. That's not funny. Now that's a bumping club right there. There's no COVID in sight. Not a coof in sight. Bumping. What's up? Shout out. Come and dance with everybody's ants. Even ants did the dance in the 1990s. Florida looks fun as hell, I'll be honest with you. 1995 Florida's the bomb, dude. Let's go. Now, the bad part about Florida is basically now half of Florida is freaking vape shops, CBD shops, and kratom and all this kind of shit. It's like, can we bring back this where I can just go for clothing? Y'all need a let's get a glow up for some of y'all out there. Look, not fat. None of these women are fat. Everybody's normal size. Let's go to coconut candles. I see a lot of people in the audience that could definitely get coconut candled. What's up? Shout out to Unreasonable Man. Shout out to the new. Let me pin that comment. You want to support the stream, do so via the Streamlabs right there. Shout out to our new viewers. We're having fun. 1994 was a weird year for me, but it wasn't all bad. It was not terrible. The 95, 96, 97 got better. Remember this? Jai Alai? Remember this because this is in the opening scene of No Fatties, Count Me Out. We got some size maxers in the audience. Some skin maxers. They want extra skin on their women. So Jai Alai, if you remember, is in the opening sequence of Miami Vice. And it turns out, I remember reading about this some years back because if you watch the Johnny Depp, the John Depp movie Black Mass, there's a scene where he goes down to Florida for one of the mob connections, and it's the people behind Jai Alai. So Jai Alai was actually kind of bound up with organized crime and betting and money laundering. Thank you. Appreciate those. Fascinating story about Jai Alai. You a lie, Jai Alai. Jai Alai. It sounds like a millennial or a Gen Z black person naming their kid. I'm gonna name him Jai Alai. Doesn't that sound like that kind of a name? I'm not dissing black people. I love black people. But look, black people know what I'm talking about. Jai Alai. Look at this stupid ass sport. This is the dumbest sport ever. America's forgotten sport. Jai Alai. See, because it's in the Miami Vice. So you wear basically a giant husk and throw a ball across a court like I don't know. It's like a giant Cuban version of racquetball. Or what do the British boys call it? Squash or whatever? You mean racquetball? But Jai Alai was connected to the mafia. People don't know that. Is it, let's see, Roger Wheeler? Yes. Look at that. American businessman from Tulsa, chairman of Telex, and the former owner of World Jai Alai. It was uncovered that he was involved in an embezzlement scheme at World Jai Alai. Which is interesting too, because he was actually Notre Dame, Rice University graduate, Navy Reserve, science and engineering dude. Not the kind of dude you would expect to create and be involved in a giant mafia fake sport. Roger Wheeler, Voices of Oklahoma Historical Society. The riveting story of the Boston Mafia murdering this Tulsa businessman. Why the Boston? Oh, yeah, that's right, because that's why Whitey Bulger goes down there to try to settle the score with this dude. Because Whitey Bulger was part of the Boston Mafia. Remember when I asked Sammy the Bull about Whitey Bulger, and he said, "The guy is a fucking degenerate. What else can I say? He's a fucking degenerate. Worst guy ever." That's pretty bad. If like, you know, the other mobsters are calling you the ultimate degenerate. That's pretty funny. But that's the story of Jai Alai. This dumbass sport. Look at that. Hulk Hogan's out here just hanging out. The Hulkster. Hey, brother. Wanna catch a sea bass, brother? What is this? Why would I want travel guides to foreign cities if I'm in Florida? There we go. Look at that. Travel International.